Chapter 4 Samson. Samson was the king of Israel for 20 years. He was also the strongest man in the world. He killed many Philistines, the enemies of Israel. Samson fell in love with a beautiful woman named Delilah. When the Philistine leaders heard this, they made a plan. Some of them went to her and said, "Find the secret of Samson's great strength, and we will pay you a lot of money." One evening, Delilah said to Samson, "What's the secret of your strength?" Samson answered, "If someone ties me up with 7 new bowstrings, I will be as weak as any other man." Delilah got 7 new bowstrings. She tied Samson up during the night. Then she told the Philistines to come. When Samson woke up, he broke the bowstrings easily. The Philistines ran away. The next day, Delilah said to Samson, "I don't think you really love me. Now tell me how I can really tie you up." Samson answered, "Tie me up with 7 new ropes." However, it turned out he had lied to her again. Delilah was getting angry and she cried. Samson told her the truth. "Here's my secret. If my hair is cut, I will lose my strength." That night, she cut all of Samson's hair off. The Philistines easily caught him and cut his eyes out with a knife. Then they put Samson in their prison. The prison guards often brought Samson to the temple. Many Philistines would make fun of him there, but they didn't notice that his hair was growing back. One day, Samson was standing again at the temple. Samson prayed, "Oh Lord, make me strong just once more. Let me make the Philistines suffer for what they did to me." He pushed against the pillars of the temple. They fell over and the temple collapsed. Hundreds of Philistines died with Samson. David and Goliath. The Israelites and the Philistines began fighting again. The strongest warrior of the Philistines was named Goliath. He was almost 10 feet tall. He was covered in heavy bronze armor. Goliath shouted at the Israelites, who were on the other side of the valley.
"Soldiers of Israel, send your best warrior to fight me. If he wins, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you will be our slaves."
When the Israelites heard this, they were afraid. They didn't know what to do. Every day, Goliath shouted his challenge. At this time, there was an Israeli teenager named David. He was a shepherd, not a warrior. David heard about Goliath and decided to fight the warrior. He thought to himself, "The Lord our God protects me. He will protect me from this warrior." He picked up 5 large smooth stones and put them in his bag. Then he walked toward the Philistine camp. Goliath saw David coming and was angry.
Who is this boy that the Israelites send to fight me? Do they think this is a silly game? I will kill you and show your head to them on my spear.
Goliath yelled and ran at David. David stood still and took a stone out of his bag. He put the stone in his sling. Then he began to swing the sling over his head. Suddenly, he let the stone fly out of the sling. It hit Goliath right in the center of his forehead. Goliath fell down on his face. David ran to him and pulled Goliath's sword out. David cut off Goliath's head and held it up to show the Philistines. The Philistines saw their hero's head in the hand of David. They were terrified. They turned and ran away. Much later, David became king of Israel.